I am once again out here checking out my new burnt Cuda project, and got a little more work done on it, checking things out, doing an assessment, and seeing how much work I've gotten myself into, which, yes, I got myself into a ton of work, but that's okay because, like I've said before, this isn't my first rodeo. This is actually my 6th E-body Mopar, as I mentioned before, and so I definitely know what I'm in for and how to take care of the problems that are involved in fixing this car. Now, that being said, this car, it definitely was a highly optioned car. It had 2 fender tags on it. I'm in the process of decoding those now and determining all the options came with from the factory, but it does have a couple of really cool rare options on it now. If you take a look, it's got this really unique heated mirror option as well as matching heated door handles. So because those are pot metal, of course, they definitely melted in the fire. Now, that being said, as you can see now, I've got the roof off of the car, and it'll allow me to go ahead and take a look on the interior because, like I said at the beginning, there was an extra frame rail from another vehicle in the car as well as a hood. So we got those out. Now we can take a look at the inside and see what type of damage we have to deal with on the inside of the car. And there's a little bit more that I expected to have to deal with, but overall it's not that bad. And as I said before, my first video, the inner structure of this car is really good, and so I've got some good solid bones to start with on this project, and it's just going to be a lot of sheet metal replacement. And so first things first is what we're going to have to do is get the frame rails lined up, make sure everything is perfect on them, and then from there we can go ahead and get the roof structure back on and start stiffening up the chassis with the subframe connectors and the 12-point cage. And then once that's all taken care of, then we can go ahead and start replacing the exterior sheet metal, because that is definitely going to need to be taken care of. Partly because of the fire, but mostly because of trying to convert it from a 72 to 74 body style to the 70-71 style. And so those differences, of course, let's go ahead and walk around and show you where those differences are. One of the biggest differences on the body from the 70-71 Cudas to the 72 to 74 Cudas are your side marker lenses. So the 72 to 74, like this one, they have a side marker that's plastic that just pops on the outside. Your earlier one, 70-71, has a more recessed marker lens on all 4 corners, and so that's what we're going to do and replace this quarter panel. The other reason why we're replacing this quarter panel is you can see part of it's missing from the rust, or as the racers would say, it's a factory lightweight car. Now, as you can see, as I push on it, it's still pretty solid. There's a little bit of give here and there, but overall it's not that bad, and it's definitely not as bad as I expected considering the car has been in a fire. Now we'll go ahead and we'll go around the back here. Now the back is where the worst of the rust is on this car, and that's with this tail panel. So you can see it's not even attached anymore, but that's all right because, again, the taillight tail panel is different on the 72 to 74s compared to the 70-71s, and so this is just going to be completely replaced anyways, so it's not really a concern. And then again, the deck lid, the outer skin is separating from the inner structure. That's more, again, due to the rust issue and not because of the fire, but that's also going to go ahead and be replaced. I haven't decided if I'm going to stick with a factory sheet metal one or go with a lightweight fiberglass one. We'll see as we get closer into that part of the project. So let's go ahead and continue our journey around this car. So as you can see, a good chunk of the top of the car is missing. And it does have some trim inside as well as some bucket seats, what's left of them, and steering column. The steering column is twisted a little bit due to some rusting issues, the fire issues, and the accident. All those things compounded to making a problem with that steering column. We're going to go ahead and replace that as well, so again, I'm not worried about it. Now, of course, another area for needing updating to go from 72 to 74 style to 70-71 are the fenders. Now, these fenders, they're not that bad. They're actually pretty solid like the rest of the car is, despite the fact that it's been in a massive fire. But the 71 fenders have gills in them, and we're going to go ahead and put those on to get the gills because the gills just look that much better. And again, like I mentioned on the back, the side markers are definitely different on the 72, 74 to the 70, 71 style. So we'll go ahead, it's gonna be a long-term project. I've just got too many things going on to be able to dedicate full time to this project, but you can mark my words, this car is going to be on the road once again one of these days. It's going to probably be in the next couple of years. We'll see how things go on getting parts. The great thing is that Auto Metal Direct makes just about everything I need for this car in order to go ahead and put it back in showroom condition. And this car is going to be stiffer and stronger than it ever was when it left the factory. Was it 50 years ago almost now? So this car is going to live once again. Trust me on that. All the people out there, they're saying it's not worth saving. That's fine. Just sit back and enjoy the process of watching me go ahead and fix this car and get it back on the road. I hope you found this video entertaining. If you did, smash that like button, give us that thumbs up. Helps me out tremendously with that YouTube algorithm. And as always, if you want to be kept up to date to all of my future updates, especially updates on this project here, don't forget to smash that subscribe button down below and ring that notification bell as well, so that way YouTube will keep you up to date of all the videos I do in the future. And if you're interested in the vlogging equipment that I'm using in making these videos, or the detailing products that I use to take care of all of my cars, I've put links in the description below. If you could just click on those links, it definitely helps me out and the channel out and keep things going. And as always, guys, I will see you the next video.